All right, we're live. We are live. Let's get going right now. We're going to fly through this one today. I really don't have too much time to stay online. I'm pretty sure you guys don't. It's day 9 of 10. So let's get this one in and out. Let's get this one in and out. I'm your host, Nick. And oh my goodness. You're watching Head and Shoulders ATR, where we cover athletes' performances and otherwise that are head and shoulders above the rest. Yeah, a lot of things going on. Always be blessed. Stay rich. Be fine in everything that you do in life, even if it doesn't come down to, the nitty gritty. And then, like I said, we're going to be working to be the #1 track and field coverage, building people up and everything. I had a whole bunch of things going on today. I'm actually very, very excited and surprised. I'm very, very excited and surprised. I'll talk about what I'm excited about a little bit later. But let's go ahead right here. We got the men's decathlon. Due to the lack of time, I am going to do... No, I'll still cover that. No, actually, it's less events today. I forgot the decathlon there. Let's do the summary of who made it in for the 4x4s. We got the triple jump final. 800, 5,000 meter, javelin, and then the 4x4s. There might be too many tabs up there. All right, here's the summary. Oh, wait a minute. It's not the summary of all the events put together. Let's do the combined summary. Let me do the decathlon first. Because Warner from Canada wound up pulling up in the men's decathlon 400. That was real bad. We're going to see what's going to happen there, but I don't think he has a chance to defend. If you're joining us right now, smash that like button. So, Warner fell off the map because he pulled up. That's crazy. That's crazy. The fact that he missed one and he went down to 21st or 19th place technically. No, he would have been... Oh, yeah, he went to 21st place. So he's not showing up unless he's going to do something in the 1500, but he pulled up. It was a muscle strain. But right now, Aiden Owens Delarme from Puerto Rico is there. Pierce LePage of Canada. Zachary Zymek of the USA. That's your top 3 in the decathlon. And matter of fact, the points are relatively close with 4 events to go. We're going to see. We are going to see. Now, let's look over here for the summary here of who's making it through to that next round. Unfortunately, defending champion Nia Ali crashed out. Johnson from the USA crashed out. That was kind of crazy. She got an African record, Nigerian record here in the 100 hurdles. Toby Amusan. Y'all know I'm pretty happy about that. We got Amusan, Armstrong, Camacho, Quinn, Anderson, Harrison, Simber, Charlton, Pia, Tapper, Vicer, Michelle, Danielle Williams, Marion, Harrison. Then we Fukube, Lavin, Naomi or Noemi, Muchi, Bapte, Met, Rita. Man, these names are getting harder and harder to read. Aoki, Kambunji, not the one you're thinking of, her little sister. And then Vargas. Those are your qualifiers there for the women's 100-meter hurdles. I think I'll just become an athlete representative for Ethiopian female distance runners. Yeah, I think you be standing for them hard, Daryl Richardson. I think you be standing for them hard right there on that one. I gotta say, we got the United States made it through. Let's go straight here for the final heat and what that looks like for the women's 4x4. Man, we get less and less people that be coming out on these days, but that's just showing you how many days it is. If I had my way with it, I wonder, I would shorten up an athletics championship to 7 days. In all honesty, 10 days is a little bit long, in my opinion. But it does kind of get you an appreciation to, some things. Now, we got Switzerland in lane 1, Italy in lane 2, Belgium, Jamaica, United States, Great Britain, Northern Ireland, Canada, France. Like I said, world record watch right here for the United States, in my opinion. So lanes almost don't mean anything after that first leg, but they still do. Shout out to everybody that's come out tonight. And yeah, Lisa Blackman, I do agree. Sergey took Hassan the mess out of there. She was going extremely backwards, far back. And those are two 1,500 meter women. Hassan just isn't in shape here. So, like I said, world record watch for that. And let's see. Because it's only a little bit faster than the United States best time right there. Then we got the men that's coming here. Now, I think the championships are going to end off with the women going last. Unfortunately. Oh, wait a minute. Oh. Hold up. I didn't realize this. Botswana is in the final. Wait a minute. How did... Hold on. Oh, I guess they're going to fill up all the lanes, and Botswana got a pass here. Because, what's the R? I don't know what the R is. Maybe that's retroactive or something like that. I don't know. But I'm going to look up what that symbol for R is. But Botswana got in, I guess, after they dropped the baton and everything, because Makwala was doing really well. And I thought this was just going to be his last race overall. But good to see them in the final. But they're in lane 1, France in lane 2, Japan, Czech Republic, Belgium, United States, Poland, Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago. This was going to be, I think, a little bit closer. Trinidad and Tobago, wait a minute. Actually, how is that pronounced? Is it? Oh, yeah, I guess Otto was pronouncing it Trinidad and Tobago instead of Tobago. So maybe that is how it's pronounced. They're in lane 9. I think this was going to be a little bit closer, but still favoring the United States. So not much to say here. But yeah, after that first leg, I think second into third, the Botswanians winded up dropping the baton. Dude did a whole 360. And actually, they still ran a pretty fair time, the 3:07:32, which that's the fastest time Botswana has ever run in the 4x4. Interesting, with a drop baton. So this is crazy because it says personal best and season best. So interesting. Now, here's the triple jump. This was set from the very first jump, just like Pichardo does. I think, wasn't he from Cuba at first and then he switched over to Portugal, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, Pichardo, 17.95 meters, world leading mark. He's got so many silvers. I think he got 4 silver medals from the World Championship final. This is his first gold. Zango from Burundi, coached by an athlete that has gone over 18 meters. So this is very interesting, but he couldn't pull it out here. 17.55 in second. And then Zhu from China, 17.31. I'm telling y'all, China won the long jump, got third in the triple jump. They are sneaking up on people here. They are sneaking up. Bits and pieces. So then we got Career. So he came back from the Olympics, got the gold there, and now he's the Olympic and world champion, reigning Olympic and world champion. How about that one? 143.71. He's been playing it coy. He's like, yeah, I could barely run 145 this whole season. I'm struggling. And then the championship final, I find it harder to believe that happens in the distance and mid-distance races. But hey, it happens for everybody, it seems. And then we got Jamel from Algeria in second, 144.14. And then Arop, who was leading the race almost the entire time, except for when he got crossed over by Mula from Algeria in the beginning. I think doing his energy reserves a little bit differently, he might have gotten a second versus that third had he not been tripped up and that energy just rebalancing himself. But hey, who knows? Still, great job for Iraq from Canada, because I thought he was gonna mess up and not even get a medal. This man comes out each time. It seems like he's allergic to winning. Okay, now we're looking at the women's 5,000 meters. I was kind of halfway expecting an Ethiopian sweep. Man, Letesenbet Gide was over here laughing in the middle of the race. They're over here having conversations. She said, like, Sergey, take the lead. All right, I'll take the lead. She was telling Sergey, it was clear, Gide was the team leader here. Gide was the team leader. Just like Haile Gebrselassie was in the past. Then he only did that, I think, one championship, really. But Bekele just became the de facto leader, and he would be talking. Ever since Paris 2003 all the way up to 2009 from his reign, he was just over here, all right, I'm orchestrating everything in the middle of the race. And so she was giving out commands, taking the lead, telling them to stop the lead. I think they were probably yelling back at each other saying, hey, Sayoum, are you okay? But then, of course, because Safan Hassan is originally Ethiopian, she'll be able to understand everything they're saying. So I wonder if they had code words or something like that, because I know the Kenyans may or may not understand it, just like when they talk to each other. It's always interesting seeing these. But very quickly here, they were going out so slow. They almost hit a 90. If it wasn't for McColgan, going up, I had to remember going back to her name because I was thinking of her mom, Liz. But if it wasn't for Elish McColgan, the race would have gone on probably 2 or 3 more laps at about 90 seconds, because nobody wanted to get in front of Ethiopia or Kenya, but especially Ethiopia, not even the Kenyans. And it was just like, let them dictate the race. They just gonna talk to each other and laugh until somebody came on the outside. And when Great Britain tried to make a move, they sped up and they hit 80 something, but that would have been 90. And I just thought, man, these people paid money to see these professionals just jog. I would feel a certain way with that. So, but anyway, congratulations, Dawit Sayoum for Ethiopian bronze, Beatrice Chebet in second, Gudolf Sergey, after not being able to do anything in that 1500, because she really wanted that win. But nobody's beating Faith Kipyegon at her peak. Nobody's beating her, and she's shown time and time again nobody's gonna beat her. So Sergey said, okay, I can't win the 1500, so I'll just win this 5,000 and I'll just take that about you. When they came in at home straightaway, Safan Hassan made a room that was there because Gide couldn't close that gap. I think she really just let herself get boxed in, which wasn't smart on that last lap. But then Safan got her ass ate and she went backwards. She got beat into 6th place. Even Gide, with not really good of a finish here, was able to pass her up. So very, very good on this. Ethiopia 1 and 2. Congratulations to these ladies. Let's move on. All right, we got Anderson Peters for Grenada. 90.54 for the javelin. Chopra was trying to come up here and muster up another 90. He just couldn't do it on his last one. He did like a 50 something. He just did not have it at the end. But it was a very good run for him because remember, he was one of those U20 champions. It kind of lit up India, quite literally. There are people I know from India, some of my clients for my Discord and everything. They mention him, especially when they know I have this YouTube channel covering track and field and everything. So they're like, they get inspired by that. And he really did inspire some Indians to take up trying to compete in athletics. So that's good on him. But he's got a silver this time around. Jacob from the Czech Republic, 88.09. So those are your top 3 right there. Top 3 right there. All right, now we're off to the final 2 events with the 4x1s, if I'm not mistaken. All right. Oh yeah, and by the way, our website is back up for the people that want to support the channel. Some of the information is outdated. They went to a backup. It was really weird for the last 2 days. Had to talk to customer service, but they did bring it back up. So ignore some of the details because it's outdated to May. Because we had shut it down for a little while. Now it's back up. But overnight or tomorrow afternoon, the details will be opened up. But you can still, if you want to support the channel, you can head over to trackstars.io and pick up one of those NFTs. They aren't all differentiated like most standard NFTs are. They are basically all the same. It's kind of giving support here. You'll be entered into a raffle. You get a free airdrop of one of the NFTs that you can vote on. So it'll be women, men, different events like the throws, the jumps, sprints, distance, same thing. So right here, did I not call this one? Did I not call this one before? I don't want to say I told you so, but I'm gonna say I told y'all so. It was so many people saying that, oh no, Jamaica got this, or whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna double check this, but offhand, this is now the third time that Jamaica has dropped the ball and lost in the 4x1 with having the fastest team on paper. This is the third time. And USA women didn't even have the best exchanges. They had some rough exchanges up in there. But was funny because I saw somebody else. Did y'all see the prelims? I might do a separate video, but I've never seen an exchange like this. I think it was Prandini holding TT Terry's hand and then like putting her hand into the baton. Like she grabbed her arm slightly or her wrist and was like, yo, I'm going to stick your hand into this baton. Now, that was in the semis, not in the finals. But that was funny because I've never seen that. Somebody posted it up in the Discord. But I've never, ever seen that type of thing before. I can't find it right now because if I could, I will put it on the screen. That was hilarious. But, yeah, definitely, this is the third time. This might be the fourth time they've done it because I think third time is undercut now. This might be the fourth time. Oh, I think it's right here. Let me see. Okay, you see this one? Look at this exchange right here. This was yesterday. This was in the semis for people that might see this way in the future. This was in the semis. I've never seen this type of thing before. She's making sure TT Terry got this one. No baton dropping here. She's like, no, put your hand right here. How are y'all able to do this at this speed? Like, that's what I'm wondering. How is she able to do this without TT Terry? I guess she's able to do it because she isn't swinging her arm and she's just waiting. But she's making sure that baton is not dropping. She was like, look, we don't want to do what the men have been doing over the years. And now I got a question. How come the women do so well in these relays? Isn't it the same relay coach? Because if not, I'm like, okay, what's going on with this? Because we got Mike Marsh over the relay. So I got some questions, Mike Marsh. I know you're Olympic gold medalist, 1992 Barcelona Olympics, 20.02 if I'm not mistaken. Was that the world record at the time? But anyway, no, I don't think so. Maybe it was, maybe it's not. I think maybe he did have the world record at some point before the Italian got it or whatnot. But in any case, 1992, he's got that. But I got questions to him now because I think I've seen Mike Marsh plenty of times over the years on this. But the men, and at one point the women were messing up on the relay. I got big questions. A lot of people don't like to mention the people directly. They're afraid. I don't have to have any money from USATF. I'm not looking for partnerships here. I'm just looking to make sure we improve some things here. All right, so I have questions. I got questions. What is going on with the men's relay that the women are doing that the men aren't? Is it because the women may practice earlier in the year? Is it that, is it something else? Like, what's going on? They said TT MF and Terry with the USA's. She is Bree Wayne said. Let me see here. But yeah, this is very, very interesting. Okay, Do they have relay splits on here? Do they got the splits here? Race analysis. Let's put this up on the screen. Hopefully this has the splits. All right. All right. Here we go. Here we go. World leading time. Oh, let me take this off the screen so I can actually see it. So we go. Here we go like this. So Kimber Nelson, unlike last year, Brianna Williams actually had a very good leg. Kimber Nelson was getting ate up from the jump. Kimber Nelson was getting ate up from the jump by the leadoff of USA. I mean, Jefferson did her job very well. She started off very well. Now, I can see why people are saying Brianna Williams could have started off or whatever and like that. But technically, I mean, the PR to PR, Brianna Williams got a faster personal best than her. But she does have the best start, and she might be a better curve runner. I think she probably is a better curve runner. So if I had to pick a preferred team, like, look, I'm picking a team that's about to win. I don't care about, like, hey, whatever here. Look, like, that's my concern is to win, not to all this other stuff here. So, but then we go over to the second leg. And this is where we really see it. Because apparently the fastest exchange over was between Kimber Nelson and Elaine. So I'm just like, wait a minute, Kimber and Elaine had the fastest exchange, but Elaine took off too early. So maybe when they count these quote exchanges, they count the exchanges from where it looks like they put the hand out in there. I don't know. Or when they grip the baton and it goes and they let it go. So I think that's how they're counting, because they said they had the fastest exchange. And anybody, even with the naked eye, can tell that wasn't a quick exchange. But definitions be damned. Now, what I don't like here, what I don't like to see on anybody's team, is that Elaine made the same mistake again. She's had two runners that were similar speed. Kimber Nelson is not that much compared to Elaine Thompson-Herah, that is not that much faster than Brianna Williams. And given that they were all, a little bit, that 10-minute plus wait or whatever, who knows? Both of them could have been faster. It might have been a different result. I don't know. It affected all of them a little bit differently. But given that she's dealing with two athletes that are similar-ish speed, she should be able to handle, like, okay, let me wait. If anything, I don't know, hold herself back a little bit more and let her run up on her. I don't know if she just got nervous or something. So that's very, very interesting, because Elaine took off too quickly. Elaine took off too quickly here again. Dang. Okay, wait a minute. Somebody said it's Kimber's fault or something like that. I'm like, nah, I don't see. I'm not saying, if y'all referring to me, I'm not saying it's Kimber's fault at all. I'm just comparing last year to here. But anyway, so she took off fast again. Now, looking at here, this was a 10-10, but that's because she had to slow down. Aside from the United States and Great Britain, well, actually, it's three teams that ate up into Elaine's time. So never mind. She was the fourth fastest, I forgot. United States had the quickest overall time with a 9:86. Then we got Switzerland. I forgot who was on third leg here. Is that Kambunji? Probably was. Judging off of this probably was Kambunji with a 9:99. Those were just the two nations that broke 10. Okay, looking on the third leg. Well, Fraser Price obviously had the quickest one. Prandini was already into the lead, but didn't let herself get ate up into. Not too bad. I still say Prandini ate into Fraser Price, because some of these times are subjected off of maybe where they exchange and not exactly where the 100 is. I don't know. But in any case, it doesn't really matter, because Prandini held her own on this one. Because normally Prandini eats into Fraser Price, but she held her own on this one. She held her own. And to the people that were saying that it wasn't a good idea to put Shelly Ann on the third leg, I just have this to say that she's been running a better bend than everybody, and this doesn't normally happen. Shelly Ann Fraser-Price is not that bend runner. Prandini has been the bend runner, and you can see Prandini held her on. She was the second fastest or third fastest on there. Germany was the second fastest on the bend, but she held her own. It wasn't that huge of a gap. It wasn't like the United States did. Pretty much everybody else was that 986, and then the next closest for everybody else is basically 10 seconds. So this was pretty good. Okay, they said, Nick, you are going to say that the times are not that close. Hey, Woodism, Woodism, here he is. You said Kimba messed up the Jamaican team. They said doesn't matter. Wins are wins. Easy Logistics said. So, and then here we go with the final exchange. Now, if I am not mistaken, oh my goodness, never mind. So I could be wrong here. So the fastest anchor, Nate, what the? Okay, hold on a second. I didn't notice this right here. Somebody did do this. Are y'all seeing this on the screen? Let me do this zoom real quick. Are y'all seeing this on the screen? So Shericka Jackson did a 966. But Great Britain was way out of it. Which was unfortunate. But 957. If she was on the anchor, and I think she was, she went up and ate the straightaway up. She ate the straightaway up 957. I'm going to look up the fastest splits again, because somebody was saying that the fastest split in history or something like that. And then I think I should have just double checked that. So I'm going to double check what the fastest anchor split, because I'm sure if it wasn't a fast split, then we would have seen it already. Because one of the fastest splits is from a European team. I think they kept getting 6th and 7th at the Olympics and whatnot. But nobody really counts that person too much, because she was on a nation that wasn't the best in the 4x1, but she was particularly fast by herself. Now I forget who it is offhand. But yeah, 957. And they said it still came in 6. I know. And then 966 to a 988 and still came in second. But that's just how it rolls sometimes. So anyway, congratulations. World leading time, United States. Did I not say that it was going to take a 41 low? I said this yesterday. Roll that back. Man, I got this right here. I said this yesterday. Because of time, I said it's going to take a 41 low. I said if it's anything that's not faster than it was a 41.05 or something. I said if you cannot run a 41.05, because that's in the United States wheelhouse with the team that they got. I was looking at the team, the potential markups, and I said if it's not there, the USA can win this. I think I said that one verbatim, just like something like that. But go ahead back to yesterday, because I called this one. I said if they can't run faster than 41.5, then USA got a chance of really winning, and they probably are going to win. And like I said, this is the third time Jamaica has dropped the ball. I guess it's like the individual pride. I'm like, look, I'm trying to get as many W's as possible. And we're about to get to the men in a second too. So congratulations to USA women. I was screaming at that one. I got to be honest, I was screaming at that one out of surprise. And TT Terry, I think the T-Baby effect went in. And she went, it was like she hit quicksand at some point. Did y'all see that? It was like she was moving. She just moved so much at the start of her sprint and acceleration. She just blew through that, got to about 60, and then she just ran into a wall. And at that point, it was like Shericka Jackson was hunting her prey, and she just ran out of room. Yeah, they said Jamaicans' feelings were hurt, Max stated. Yeah, it got real quiet. The Jamaicans was in the crowd because, like I said, United States is so close to Jamaica. It was a large amount of Jamaicans in the crowd. They blowing the little horns and stuff. It was going off, going off. It went dead silence after that. It went dead silence. Even some of the people in the stands, when they went to the camera view, it was just like, what? Like, I know some of the Jamaican fans were mad because they know that Jamaica had the fastest team on paper. There's no way you sweep the 100 and not be the fastest team. It's impossible that you can't, because by definition you have the fastest runners, unless I guess somebody pulled up, or I don't know, false started themselves out and they made the final two and then they show up. But it's impossible to have the sweep and not have the fastest team. So that said, who is Sha'Carri? Come on now, y'all bringing up Sha'Carri here. Congratulations, 41-14 world leading mark, United States. Jamaica 41-18, and then Germany 42-03. Nigeria just ran out of it. I think that's an African record because it says AR 42-22. So I'm still at least happy with them. Congratulations. They got an area record. They got Africa record, Nigeria record by definition. Hey, guys out here, smash the like buttons. Let's get the likes up. Then we got Spain, national record again, 42-58. They came in, I think, not even breaking 43 seconds. Now they got 42-58. Congratulations to them. Let me go down this list just to check over. Okay. Sounds very, very good. Very, very good here. Dina Asher-Smith did not run particularly too well, actually, on this one. They said Sha'Carri and Brianna wasn't even there, and they were catching all kinds of strays. Wait a minute, huh? Well, Brianna was at least running the prelims. I'll say that. Richardson, I don't know why she's brought up, but see, that's how popular you can be. Hey, look, I think all of us can agree. Let's put it this way. You all know, unless y'all think differently, McDonald's does not make the best burgers, the best food, if you can call it that, right? McDonald's doesn't, but we can all agree that McDonald's is one of the largest business and the number one in that sector of fast food. In any sector of fast food, they are number one in, except for, I guess, vegan or whole food, plant-based stuff or whatever fast food. They can't be number one in there, but they're number one in every other sector there. You can't call what they make food with the preservatives they got in there. They got fake ice cream ever since what's his name took over from the McDonald's brothers. So you could look at Richardson like that. She might not be the best athlete. She might not even do that, yet people still here in the comment section bringing her into the conversation. She has nothing to do with this conversation, yet people have brought her in. And then they were talking about Sha'Carri just generally on Twitter and other areas like that. She's not even there, and they're talking her up. Now, here we go. They said, bruh, Elijah Hall thought they trained. Look, this one, I didn't even know DeGrasse was on a relay. I didn't even know DeGrasse was on a relay like that. I thought he was out. Like, people said Johan Blake, they were surprised he showed up. But I was surprised Andre DeGrasse showed up. But then I should have said something there. I should have thought that DeGrasse was going to do it, because the same way that Dina Asher-Smith did it and other athletes do it. I thought Gabby Thomas was going to be there, but in this case, clearly she was not fit enough, or politics. Clearly she was not fit enough because she was in that relay pool and they didn't select her. I don't even think Abby Steiner's name was in that relay pool. I think they had to put her in there. But yeah. No, mate. I think that's just you for the audio soft. But yeah, this is something there. Mind your own. Hey, what's up? Shout out to you. Now, congratulations. That late charge from Andre DeGrasse, and then he held it, and Bracy couldn't catch him. That exchange over from Elijah Hall to Bracy, they really put Canada in the lead. I came in with no expectations and still got mad. Because then I started having expectations in the middle of the race. I was like, okay, cool. They got to the third one. They got to the third exchange, even though it was bad. I got mad because Bracy couldn't catch DeGrasse. And I'm like, okay, this should be an easy catch because DeGrasse is over here hurt, injured, whatever. But whatever they souped him up on, whatever pain medications or whatever, they got him good. Whatever ice machines, they got him stitching himself up or whatever. That they got DeGrasse running really well on this relay. So congratulations, I gotta say. Aaron Brown's now got that. So congratulations, 37-48. United States in second, 37-55. Bracy kind of still smiled. You know, I can see why they would be. And guess what? Christian Coleman wanted his hand on a gold medal. You know he wanted his hand at least on a gold medal, even if it was a relay. This is kind of giving me flashbacks to Tyson Gay and crew. Tyson Gay not being able to get an Olympic. Tyson Gay hasn't gotten an Olympic medal. Y'all know that, right? If I'm not mistaken, he hasn't gotten an Olympic medal. Now, at least Christian Coleman has gotten a gold at the World Championships, a gold in the 4x1, but still, Tyson Gay hasn't gotten an Olympic medal, if I'm not mistaken. And there was a time they could have got silver, and then Great Britain did their mess. But just imagine you thinking you're about to get something, and then you don't get the medal you're expecting, because USA's race to lose. That's what this was, and USA lost it. Just as messed up as the Jamaican squad. Now, Coleman had to be heated. He wanted to come away with this championships with the gold. He had to be heated. But hey, bad exchange, messed it up. Bracy then couldn't redeem himself after that bad exchange between Hall and Bracy. Hall really fubbed that one up. But Andre DeGrasse, he did his thing. Then Great Britain and Northern Ireland in third, 37-83. Johan Blake, he did hold his own. But let's look here. Let's look on the race analysis real quick. Let's see what these splits were looking like. Yeah, it hurts to be the second fastest man in history, or joint second fastest man in history, and you ain't got a medal. Like, that's gotta hurt. That's gotta hurt for pride reasons. All right, so let's look at this. We got the first leg here. Let me zoom out. I'll zoom out so I can see. Hopefully you all can see on the screen yourself. Let's see, 10:45 Canada, 10:35 United States. Anybody faster than that? No. First leg got out. He did his job. Canada, I think, has the fastest leg on the second one. So that means 8:86. Who was that on second? Noah Lyles. Of course, Coleman ate up people even on the curve. Noah Lyles kind of got 8:02. He was the second fastest, but hey, okay, Jerome Blake got him. Now, we get United States back over here. Let me see what the difference here was. Yeah, United States is in the lead right here. That's what I thought. Yep, United States was in the lead all the way up until Andre DeGrasse. Andre DeGrasse just ran real well. 9:31 on that curve. 9:31 on the curve, but Ghana had the fastest curve here at 9:27. Very interesting, but they finished in fifth. So Ghana had a really good curve, 9:27. Then we get to the final leg, fastest exchange, or the fastest one in South Africa. But hey, when you're not in contention, it doesn't matter. Right here, 8:79 to 8:95. That's the difference, and there you go at the end of the race. Wanted Nareed Chopra to get gold, but okay with silver. Sir, you can stop reposting that one. I'm going to block you if you do it again. I'm going to block you if you do it again, sir. All right? I got a lot of Matter of fact, you could have wrote that in Hindi, and I would have been able to see that. I would have been able to read it. But yeah, he's not a bot. He's not a bot. He's not a bot. He just kept reposting the thing. But don't spam up the chat, man. Don't spam up the chat. But anyway, here we go. 879, 895. And that's the difference right there. No matter what was done, he just wasn't going to get him when the USA and Canada were so close and DeGrasse got the jump. That's what it was. DeGrasse got the jump on him. And then once he was in the lead, yeah, sure. Bracey kind of closed on him. And then it was like, yeah, he tried and tried and tried. And then he kind of gave up on it a little bit. Then came by the finish line. Then, yeah. Y'all saying Indian track fans are frustrated? Nah, they okay. Yeah, look. People don't want to hit the like button these days. It's like ever since the likes and dislike meter went away. And by the way, most of my videos are at 93 to 97% likes most of the time. I know I'm going to get people to just press the dislike. But I could take screenshots of all my stuff. And sometimes they're 100%. But I guess after the dislike thing went, people don't like videos anymore. And it's free. Now, if y'all want to support the channel, y'all can always, smash the like button and then drop something in the community jar in the Cash App or PayPal. Or you can head over to trackstars.io. It's up. Like I said, the information is outdated to May because we had to restore the old site. But all of the information is still up there that's relevant. You can go there. You got to hook up a wallet for Solana. I use Phantom, which is what this is right here. The Phantom wallet is telling you to put in the password. Then you go over to the site, you do that, and it's going to cost 1.5 Solana. If you'd like to support the channel and get some voting rights and some future decisions that we're going to make with that NFT, then go ahead and get one of those. That's going to be open. Once we sell out for those, we're going to start doing giveaways and whatnot. So tomorrow, day 10, final day of the track and field championships. I know, drop a like. It's free. It's free. Thank y'all for smashing those likes up. So we got a lot of people here. It's a lot of people that ghost watch. And man, look, I know y'all watching World Athletics. I know y'all watching IOC or whatever, and probably NBC, whatever. I know some of y'all watching, and I know some USATF people are watching. I know personally because I know people that are in USATF, and I talk to them a fair amount. So y'all at World Athletics, Diamond League, whatever it is, USATF, smash the like button. Don't ghost watch here. Giddy Goose James said it's pointless to like and dislike videos if you can't see others' opinion. Well, you still see somewhat of an opinion if you like the video, because you can kind of get a hint of if people are appreciating the content. Because I did see they took away the dislike button, so because YouTube is going toward we're going to side with the white supremacist media regime and the politicians and everything. And anybody can tell, like when Kamala Harris had like a video that had, I think it was like 15 to 17,000 dislikes in the first 3 hours and only had like 1 or 2,000 likes. Like with those types of things, you see the politicians, but you can kind of guess if something's disliked or liked just by the amount of likes that a person gets. So now here's the tomorrow, the final day. We got the decathlon in the morning, the men's 35-kilometer race walk, and then we about to light up the field here. We got the 100-meter hurdle semis, pole vault, long jump, pole vault women's long jump final. So we go see how Davis and crew do. Then we got the 5,000-meter final. Unfortunately, Rojas couldn't do the long jump because they said her shoes were not correct, illegal shoes. I don't know what that means. So maybe she's wearing her triple jump shoes or spikes in a long jump. I guess they don't allow it. Then we got the decathlon again, Group B. We got the 800-meter final. We got the 100-meter hurdle final. Then we got that decathlon 1500. That's going to be a slugfest out there. It's going to be very entertaining to watch or very hard to watch. It's always either one of the two. It's either really hard to watch or very entertaining to watch. One of the two. So then we got these 4x4s. On the men's side, it's the USA's chance to lose. Once again, it's not guaranteed that the US will get this one for the men. And then they ended it off with the women. And so I think it's on World Record Watch. I think it's on World Record Watch. Yeah, they said Timmy and Zen. Few years ago, we Indians, this is Kritawas Thakur. He said, Timmy and Zen, few years ago, we Indians didn't even watch any track event other than bolts. But now, because of Chopra, we wake at 4 a.m., 4 in the morning, just to see him qualify. So understand that feeling. Hey, I told y'all, look, we got one of the guys here coming from India. So see that you're confirming what I just said. I said I have clients that are from India, and I said they tell me about this all the time. This is really inspire India to come out and actually do track and field. Not only just watch them, but there are people that weren't thinking about athletics before that they're coming in. I'm glad that you actually are commenting here. You should subscribe to the channel. But yeah, this confirms that inspires people. When you see somebody do well in your country, you kind of get inspired. If Natoya Gould for Jamaica was winning in the 800, if she won at some level, she got to win at some level. And that's the thing she hasn't gotten. Hasn't gotten a single win. Because even if she didn't win at the World Championships or Olympics, did she win at the U20? Did she win at the Pan American or something like that? Like, if Natoya Gould can win in a dominating way that kind of shocks everybody, just like what Chopra did, then it catches people's attention, and Jamaica might actually have a renewed or a first time actually interest in the 800 and maybe even the 1500. So, final words on this. Y'all come out tomorrow, support our channel. We're on World Record Watch in this women's 4x4. If it doesn't happen, then I'm actually gonna be surprised. I'm gonna be surprised if the world record doesn't happen. This is one of the ones where I expected. I expected it last year at the last minute, but now this has got to be more or less confirmed. I want to see who's running in this. I want to see who's running on the teams, on the squads. They don't have the lineups here, but I want to see who they got on the squad. I don't think Allison Felix is in the final. It just seems kind of weird to put her in there. Now, she ran a 50.6. I think that's her that might have been her holding back a little bit. But if that wasn't, that's not good enough to put in that final. Please don't put Allison Felix in the final, because she'll still get medal count for this by running the prelims. That's just kind of how these medals go, I think, right? So don't put her in the final, because I want to see a world record. She just don't got it. It was clear to see. The mixed 4x4 showed us what the bag was. Now, if she would have got a gold in that, I don't think they would have called her to run this semi. I don't think they would have called her to run a semi if she got that. Yeah, they said word she is in. Word is she is in. The Alpha Man said, yeah. You know what? I want to see a world record, man. LOL. If Allison makes the team, USATF cannot deny the agenda first. Abby, LOL. Or the agenda for Abby. Oh, well, yeah, about putting somebody that's white there or something like that on a team, even though she didn't run faster than other people. Hey, you know what? Politics is politics, quite literally, in these relays and everything. They're not really putting the best people on the team. And I know y'all have heard that from other people. It just kind of is plainly obvious at this point. They don't put the best people on the team. Jamaica could put the best people on the team and they still lose, as we saw today. The USA doesn't put their best people on the team and can still win. So I guess it's just the difference between the countries and everything. The USA felt like they could afford to put somebody there instead of another person that, you know, Hobbs is quite literally faster than Abby. But politics. They want to put somebody on there. Lyndon Brown said Allison Felix should be on the relay. Abby can pin the numbers on the 4 starters. What? No. Allison Felix cannot no. Allison Felix should not be on this relay. Dude, you are smoking. You are smoking. Okay, here's the world record right here. Where's the 4x4 world record? Here it is. 3:15.17. USA American record is 3:15.51. Do you know what a 3:15.17 is? That came out to 48.79 something. So 48.78 is what they need to average on each one. If Allison Felix does a 50 point anything, even a 49, that's slowing them down too much. So you're giving one person about a second. Like if she runs a 50.0 something, let's just say she runs 50 flat even, just 50. You're giving her 1.22 seconds of room that somebody else got to make up. Where are they going to make it up? Now you could say, okay, let's say that Sydney McLaughlin runs a 47 something. Okay, let's say she runs 47 flat. Let's just do the most insane thing, which seems to be a little bit realistic since Allison Felix went 47, was it mid to low? So that's realistic. She might even go 46. Who knows? I don't know. But let's just say that Sydney does that. That means it's effective that she ran a 48. If we only just put all of that there to even it out, it's like she ran a 48.22. Sure, that might make up some room, but it's better to be safe than sorry. Anything can go wrong. Anything can go wrong. They said, yeah, it was kind of mean to take Hobbs out. Yeah. New world record for women 4x4 USA wins. Abby has done a 48. Yes. Abby's done like a 48-8 on a relay split. And then Britain, in the 400 hurdler, has done a 48 low. So if we going by just strictly times and what I think they can run and the rest and everything, I would go with the actual quicker athlete that has, you know, she's done these. But it would take context because Abby can do it most likely by herself. Can Britain do it without having to chase other people down? That's going to be the question. The Jamaican... Oh, okay. I got you. Still talking about that. The record ain't falling tomorrow. End of story. Baja and Fly Dude. Oh, too bad. I wanted to see Mo on the 400. Well, we don't know. We don't know what the 4x4 relay looks like. But if Mo comes there, she might just run a 49 something after that 800. I mean, it's going to be in her legs. It's going to be in her legs. But that'll be kind of amazing just to see her come back and even do a 49 low, hopefully, so that it's only 0.4 seconds instead of 1 point something. We don't want to give too much of a relay or leeway. Because if we get 147 low, 148 low, the world record should be done even with a 50.2, 50.3. That's what we need. We need two ladies to do 147 low, which I think McLaughlin can do. But it might realistically, let's just say worst case scenario, she's going to do a 47 high to 47.5 at best. Let's just call it that way. Because she could be tired, fatigued of the rounds and everything. Okay, if she comes there, that gives them about a 1.5 second wiggle room among the averages. But yeah, Mind Your Own said, Crit, I'll be watching just because I can see the races in their entirety. They said in a week, Commonwealth Games are starting. Hope Indian track do better there, as USA Jamaica will not be there, I guess. No, Jamaica is in the Commonwealth Games. I will not. Oh, by the way, since we're here, I'm not covering Commonwealth Games at all. I do not support imperialism. I do not support white supremacy. And I will probably tag World Athletics in this and say, hey, y'all called out this Ukrainian Russia war thing. How about you call out slavery as it is? Because being a subject of another nation is slavery, no matter how you slice it. If somebody owns your treasury, just like the rest of Africa, most of their gold is held, or 50% or more of the gold for virtually every African nation, if not all of them, are held in Europe. Most of them in France. So if that ain't slavery, I don't know what the heck is. And the Commonwealth is more directly. A colonizer is a slave master. Y'all got to know that. India was colonized, and they were enslaved. Just because you say, hey, I'm not a chain slave, it's the same thing. So I'll be calling them out when that happens. I don't support it, so I just won't do it. I don't need the views for that. I don't need that. So they said, watch the politics. You might see Abby again. I doubt it. The Alpha Man said, who would win Sydney versus a thing? Sydney is going to blaze everybody's behind him. But anyway, so I won't cover the Commonwealth Games, but what I will do is probably come out with a few other videos as if the Commonwealth Games ain't going on. I won't even watch it. If world records get set, oh well. That's how you this is how you boycott some stuff. You just don't talk about, you can participate in something without, you could talk about the conversation of it without supporting things. For example, I think, wasn't it Nixon that went to the United Nations and was like, yeah, we can go over here and engage in vigorous debate, but I'm thinking about pulling the US out of this whole thing. Like, we're not going to acknowledge this because we don't like how y'all basically siding with China and Africa. That's what it was. He was mad at that. But he said, we don't like how things are going, so we're going to engage in vigorous debate, but we're not going to vote. We're going to abstain from voting. See, they want you to vote because that means you belong in the system and everything. Another way of doing it when you're watching entertainment or something is to, like what Colin Kaepernick did, was take a knee. I'm not going to support this thing. I'm not going to be all enthusiastic. I know I'm paid to do this, so this is what people are watching. But guess what? I'm not going to support all of these other things. There's different ways you could do it. And in my way, I'm not going to cover it. I know it's there. I'm going to acknowledge that it's there. But to me, it's lame. And we have power to take away certain things. Just like they're listening to this channel and they're using Head and Shoulders above the rest, they're listening to this channel and others, and they're adding things to the World Championships and stuff. Believe me, if we put enough pressure on them by just taking our attention away from that, they'll be forced to change. So what's the difference between USA and the Commonwealth? Now I'm finished covering everything, so anybody that's just strictly here for the coverage, then have a good night, you guys. But I'm gonna just give myself literally 5 minutes and I'm out. So the difference between the USA and Commonwealth, well, the Commonwealth, there are a bunch of nations that were owned by Great Britain, and they're still owned by Great Britain. I just got to call it like it is. They are subjects. They called their people subjects. That's literally what it is. You can even type that into a search, DuckDuckGo, Google, Bing, Yahoo, whatever. And then you go in there and say, look up a Commonwealth. The United States instead is a country. Quite literally United States. So United Countries, because every country outside of the certain definitions, they will be called a state. That's why they say a failed state or a successful state. So the United States is like saying United Countries. But United States is a country. Commonwealth is a group of countries that are owned, that were previously owned and still are subjugated technically under laws and other jurisdictions and stuff by Great Britain. That's the Commonwealth. So, And when somebody says politically owned, that means they still own you. Because if they got political power over you, they got actual power over you. They got actual power over you. So definitely keep track of that. So if you don't want to be a subject anymore, or you want to get out of there, now look at this. There are people getting into the Commonwealth. I thought people were leaving the Commonwealth, and I was congratulating them. But there are nations asking to be in the Commonwealth right now. They're like, yo, please rule us, do this thing. And I'm just like, that is weird. That's some weird energy. That's some weird energy right there. But hey, some people like to be ruled and subjected. I say most people do. But that ain't me, and that ain't the people I roll with. So some people want to be in the Commonwealth. They can have at it. But if I were you guys, I would be pushing for your places to be pushed out of it. But I won't be covering that. But I will be covering the European Championships, U20. I might cover USATF Masters, and I might cover the AAU and USATF Junior Olympics. There's a lot of different things going on at the same time. But I'll definitely cover that because some people have been trying to support. If you guys support the channel with that, I'm a try to see if I hire somebody else and get them on here. But I can't guarantee that right now. Yeah, I'm not getting off topic with a Commonwealth state though. They say it's said to be an association with benefits. All right. If it's a benefit, tell me what a benefit is under white supremacy when the same people that were enslaving and whipping your ancestors, or abusing and raping and shoving javelins up their behind and quite literally abusing them. What benefit is that? There is no benefit for that to me. So I wouldn't ask to be there. I wouldn't ask to be under a Commonwealth. If my ancestors weren't in there, I wouldn't ask to be under that Commonwealth either. I wouldn't trust that nation. Because they've shown time and time again, they do not honor their treaties or any of their stuff. That's why people come in from those Commonwealth nations. They come into the Bahamas. They'll own one of them hotels. They'll treat the people like trash. Or they'll get the black people to treat them like trash because, I don't know, whatever they would want to do, they want to bootlick or whatever they do. Or they go into Jamaica. They own the hotels, the resorts. Same thing. It's just where people go. So I can't get down with that at all. So they can say it's an association with benefits. The only benefit is one-sided, and it's a psychological benefit. So when the Queen or whatever, that person came up there to Jamaica, if the Queen wasn't giving y'all reparations, then she can get the hell out of here. That's the way I look at it. If the Queen ain't giving y'all reparations, if the Commonwealth, this is what I would ask y'all to do. Kritawas, they own those nations. They own those nations. They own those nations. All right. So in any case, they call them subjects. You can go there. That is a very valid thing. But in any case, I just tell you guys to leave off with this. I said 5 minutes. This is 5 minutes on the dot, and this is the final point I'm giving here. Look, y'all go in there and demand reparations for them. Anybody that's outside the U.S., or if you're in the United States and you are not a foundational Black American, because those reparations for the descendants of slaves like myself only go to me, not the other Black people. That is rightly so. Just like the ones that should go to you and your different plights. Get Britain, France, Spain, the other nations that's down there in South America, get them and demand them to pay the reparations. If they want you to stay in the Commonwealth or whatever the benefit is, because you got to pay some tax money or something like that. You can't be in the Commonwealth and expect no money coming out of your nation. That doesn't make any sense since they own you. So in that case, demand reparations from them because that's what they owe you. Okay, so yeah, in any case, it's been good with you guys tonight. Let me look something up real quick. Let's see. Let me see. Okay. So yes, Commonwealth nations, um, Commonwealth nations have to pay a fee to the Queen. So if that's not ownership, I don't know what that is. That's a tax. That's a tax. So yeah, I just looked it up before I said it out loud because I already know this, but I wanted to make sure I was technically correct before somebody says something again. But yeah, the Commonwealth nations have to pay a tax. Rosemary Tracy says, so why is Big Canada a part of the Commonwealth? Canada is white. Canada's a white nation. See, comparing a white nation, it's like saying this is what you guys look it up again. This is what I found out, and I said it on the other one where they did a survey and they said, "Would you rather Britain rule Jamaica again?" And it was like 60 or 70% yes. So what I found out is black people not born here and gone through the experiences here, or not had family members that's gone here, either the family member first or second generation, or they're not from here, do not understand or refuse to get it. It's either one of those two, or know it and deny it. But excuse me, white supremacy is global in every single country, all black, all Chinese, all whatever. It doesn't matter. It's every single place. And white people treat white people differently than white people treat everybody else. So a commonwealth that Canada pays a tax to another white nation, that's a beef, that's cousins. Like Russia and Ukraine fighting, those are cousins, quite literally, because that used to be USSR. But if it's the same thing. You see a white dude just killed some white people on the 4th of July on the north side of Chicago, and he got handcuffed out and didn't get killed. You saw a white dude quite literally massacre people in Buffalo, New York, got handcuffed, didn't get murdered. You see a black person got here in Houston, Texas, and I just lost a lot of people from this because they're not liking that I'm calling out some stuff over here. There's a black person from Houston, Texas that has come in here that got killed over a $1 bar of soap. A $1 bar of soap. And then they pulled his pants down. That's a lynching. That's what they do when they lynch people. So this is way different than another nation. It's like, hey, if it was two black nations to get with each other doing a deal, and then a black nation and a white nation, those would be two totally different dynamics. It's like Ethiopia and Kenya dealing with each other, and then Ethiopia and, let's say, Czech Republic dealing with each other. Those are two different dynamics between those. So that's what that is. So just to answer your question, Canada can be a big part, Australia can be part of it, and they're not going to be treated the same as the black nations. And if they are, they'll just be like, give me liberty or give me death, and they'll just get themselves out. Trust me, it will be very quick. But anyway, like I said, that's the last thing I'm leaving it on. And whether people like it or not, those are just the facts here. And they said we're on the same side seemingly, but an earlier comment seemed to do that. Y'all saying something here. We'll catch you tomorrow on the sports tip.